Chicago Bears offensive line makeover. Key draft strategies and top prospects for 2025 NFL Draft. As the dust settled on the 2024 NFL season, one glaring need stood out for the Chicago Bears: their offensive line. Fans and analysts alike were convinced that addressing this issue would be a top priority in the 2025 NFL Draft. But then, in a surprising twist, the Bears made some bold moves, bringing in 3 new players to bolster their offensive front. First up was guard Jonah Jackson, acquired through a trade. Although his 2024 season was marred by injuries and a position change, he previously shone in 2021, earning a Pro Bowl nod while playing under Ben Johnson with the Detroit Lions. Next, the Bears snagged Thuney, another trade acquisition. With an impressive resume that includes 4 Super Bowl rings and consecutive All-Pro selections, Thuney is poised to be a cornerstone of the Bears' offensive line. Finally, they signed center Drew Dalman to a lucrative 3-year, $42 million deal. Dalman made a name for himself in 2024, ranking 4th among 64 centers with a solid 78.8 grade from Pro Football Focus. Despite these promising additions, the Bears still faced a daunting challenge in 2024, allowing a staggering 68 sacks, the highest in the league. Their goal is clear: they want to ensure their offensive line not only performs well in 2025 but also becomes a long-term strength of the team. This is where Brad Gagnon from Bleacher Report raises a red flag, suggesting that if the top offensive linemen are off the board during the draft, it could spell disaster for Chicago. He warns that they might be forced to use a top 10 pick on a running back instead of addressing their offensive line needs. Will Campbell and Armand Membou both go off the board in the top 9, leaving them with an offensive tackle void and possibly causing them to use a top 10 pick on a running back? Gagnon noted. The Bears are doubling down on their offensive line strategy. While their recent acquisitions have improved this situation, left tackle remains a significant concern. Braxton Jones is currently slated as the starter, but his season-ending ankle injury could hinder his performance in training camp. General Manager Ryan Poles has already expressed the need for competition in this crucial position. One of the most talked about prospects is Will Campbell, who has faced scrutiny for his shorter arms. However, that didn't stop him from becoming a starter in his freshman year at LSU, where he played 37 games and earned accolades like the Jacobs Blocking Trophy and consensus All-American honors. He's widely regarded as the top offensive lineman in this draft class and could provide a vital building block for the Bears. On the other hand, Armand Membou has seen his stock rise dramatically after an impressive showing at the NFL Scouting Combine. His athleticism is exactly what teams are looking for to counter the next generation of versatile edge rushers. Over 3 years at Missouri, he played in 35 games and earned second-team All-Sec honors in 2024. While he may not be as polished as Campbell, his potential is undeniable, and the right coaching could turn him into a perennial All-Pro. The Bears are eager to add either of these talented players to their offensive line, depending on how the draft unfolds. They are determined to transform what has been a glaring weakness into a position of strength. A top draft pick could solidify that effort. However, if the draft doesn't go as planned, Bears fans might find themselves in a nightmare scenario where the team is forced to select a running back. Gagnon suggests that if Chicago ends up taking a running back with the number 10 pick, it could be Boise State star Ashton Jeanty. Jeanty made headlines during his final college season, finishing second in the Heisman Trophy voting and leading the nation with an astounding 2,601 rushing yards and 29 touchdowns. He also bagged prestigious awards like the Maxwell, Doak Walker, and Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Awards, along with being named a unanimous All-American. In 2024, the Bears struggled on the ground, ranking 25th in rushing with an average of just 102 yards per game. In contrast, Johnson's last season with the Lions saw them rank 6th in rushing, averaging 146.4 yards per game. It's clear that establishing a strong run game is a priority for the head coach before unleashing the full potential of the offense. While some may argue that using the number 10 pick on a running back is too high, Johnson could make a compelling case that Jeanty is the perfect fit to complete the Bears' revamped offense.